Okay, let's go ahead and get our hosting account. Just click the link that I included in the resource for today to get to Bluehost so that you can get your hosting. Now, it does say WordPress right here. We don't want to go with WordPress hosting, and I'll just quickly explain why. With WordPress hosting, you can get WordPress other ways, but if you do WordPress hosting through Bluehost, they're going to update WordPress automatically, and you won't be able to say to them that you don't want them to do that. The only reason that you don't want that to happen is that when WordPress updates, it takes the makers of the plugins and the themes that you use a little bit of time to see what has changed so that they can make the changes that they need to make within their plugins to make sure that those changes are working with WordPress in the right way. So if you have the WordPress hosting that automatically updates WordPress as soon as WordPress updates, then you may be updating WordPress and some of your plugins that you have that you're using aren't going to work properly because things within WordPress have changed and the plugin authors haven't had time to make those changes in their plugins to make sure they're compatible with the newest version of WordPress. So I don't recommend getting WordPress hosting. I recommend going right here to shared hosting. So we'll do this, we'll scroll down here. All you need right now is this basic shared hosting. This is going to give you a single website, plenty of storage, a free domain, and free SSL. So go ahead and select this. Now, we've already talked about what to do if you have a domain. Let's talk about how to look for a new domain. So let's say that you are curious. The logo that I created earlier was graphic design with Lori, and I can type that in. .com is the first domain ending that you can pick. It's the most common. I would recommend sticking with a .com if you can. All you have to do to see if this is available is hit next, and if it is, then it will tell you this is available. So this one is. Now, it's possible that I want to check through a couple of different ones, so you can play with this until you find the domain that you want to use. And keep in mind too, just because you created your logo with a specific phrase doesn't mean that you have to have that exact same phrase as your domain. So you want to make sure that you're getting something that makes sense for the logo that you created and for the website that you're putting together, but it doesn't have to be an exact match. So what if I wanted to use that domain that I've already purchased? And I showed you earlier, if you already have a purchased domain, this is what you will do. So you'll just go use a domain you own. You'll just type it in here, no more playing small.club. And then all I have to do is hit next. And as long as I've set my domain servers, my name servers to Bluehost, everything will be good. But I do want to show you what it's like to go ahead and get a domain name and everything through Bluehost. So, oh, look here, a special sign-up offer when you sign up today. This might be cheaper. I'm going to click this and see if we can save some money on hosting. Let's go back. I'm going to try this with my domain that I want. So it did pull the price down. Perfect. So now when I click this, it's going to be $59.40 for 12 months. And let's talk about these recommended for you recommendations. So you definitely do want domain privacy and protection. What this is going to do is it's going to keep people from being able to search for your email address and send you spam. So you definitely want to keep this. It's going to add $1 a month, but it's really important. This protect your site data is also really important. You're going to want this CodeGuard backup because it will create backups for you, and that way Bluehost will do and keep the backups for you. So if anything happens to your site at any time, you can just contact Bluehost customer service and they'll get back in touch with you and be able to take your backup and reinstate your site. You're not going to have to do anything. They're going to do all that for you because they're going to have all that data. If you don't have Bluehost doing your backups, you need to do that yourself. You'll have to save them yourself, make sure it's all configured right, and be able to get to those backups. And if you're not a technical person, it's not the easiest thing to do. So I do recommend to just keep this CodeGuard backup in place so that Bluehost will back up your website. It's very important. And I'm not going to go over how to do backup without Bluehost doing it for you within this course. So I do think that you should keep this $3 a month backup. And then this defense against attacks, you don't need this right here. It's not necessary. So let's go ahead and pull that back. And now your purchase total is going to be $107.16. And that's a savings of $48.48. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my payment information here, and you'll need to click this checkbox right here and hit submit, and I'll see you on the next page. Okay, so it says that my purchase was a success. It's sending me a confirmation email, and it says that I need to set up my account to access features and work on my site. So I'm going to go ahead and create my account. My domain name is here. I'll create my password. Make sure that you're creating a strong password. Click to agree and create the account. And then I'll go to login. So my domain name is there. I can put my password in and log in. All right, so it's going to take me right to creating a website. So I'm going to answer these questions, and then I'll hit continue. This is a little bit more to set up your site. We're going to not add a blog, and we're not going to add the ability to sell anything. And just hit continue to theme selection. Now we have to pick a theme just to get started, so it really doesn't matter what we pick. Now remember, it's not important to spend any time picking a theme because we're going to get Divi and install it, so it doesn't matter what theme you picked, you can just pick a theme and move forward. So I just picked a theme and it's installing WordPress for me. Okay, that took just a few seconds, but it is done. And look, I've got my site set up. All I need to hit is WordPress. And here I am on the back side of WordPress. This is what your WordPress dashboard will look like as soon as you log in. And we've got WordPress installed. Good job. You've got your hosting, you've got your domain attached to it, and you have WordPress. So I'll see you in the next video.